Hey guys, today I'm going to be going through all of the books that I read in 2019. The first book I read was starting in the summer of 2019, so like last summer, and that is Beatrice. Whoa, that light. Beatrice Smalls uh, Bianca. I did a review of this book. I don't know if I uploaded it, but I'm pretty sure I did. I did a review of this book. To sum up, and I'm going to be doing small, like, mini reviews on all of this, on all of the books. This book was about it is about a woman, okay, young woman, who gets married because of a bet, or really like a agreement between her father and a lord that her brother pissed off. This was, I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5 stars, if I did star ratings in the summer. But yeah, this is a 3 out of 5. Because of it, from what I could remember of it, the story wasn't bad and the romance wasn't bad. This is a romance book. It's just like, it was like stilted, and like I guess the author who I also read the companion novel of this, and from what I could remember, that wasn't that bad either. This one I excuse me, I like a lot more than the companion novel that I read back in 2018, 2017, 2018, one of those two. It wasn't bad. It's just some things I don't remember liking about it. Yeah, there we go. The second book that I read, actually, I read Bianca, and I read these next 2 books within like 3 days, because I was at my cousin's house and I was bored. And that is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Obviously it's like a 5 out of 5. Of course it is, because it's Harry Potter and we love Harry Potter here. It's a lot better than the movie, I can tell you that right now. Gosh, I just want to like throw the movie across the room. The book, however, it was amazing. I love everything about it. Ginny is like the best person in this whole book, and she does not get enough recognition in the whole series. I love Ginny in this. Hermione gets on my nerves. No, in the books more than in the movies, but anyway, the story in this, the continuation right before the big battle, was amazing. When Dumbledore died, this is not a spoiler. When Dumbledore died in the movie, I was like, oh. In this, I was like, but I understand why. I don't like that you died, but I understand why. And I think that was like, I think that was the reaction that I really wanted out of the movie, but I got out of this, and I'm so happy that I got out of this. And I think that's like one of the few deaths in like the whole series that I was just like, I understand why, but why? That I loved. Harry is a lot more competent. Let me think about that. A lot more competent. He's a lot more intelligent. Not really like competent. He's a okay. Well, yeah, he's a lot more competent. He knows where he needs to do. He knows what he needs to do, even though he doesn't really like understand why he needs to do it. And even with like Snape, he's so confident about Snape, and I'm like, dude, just shut up. But anyway, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. I did not give this a review because I didn't think I needed to. But if you guys want a review of this and the next book then I will. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye, Half-Blood Prince. Next one is definitely Hallows, Harry Potter. I'm so sorry about that light, guys. Sorry, yeah. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This book and Half-Blood Prince, I finished these two in like 2 days within each other because I was so bored. I won't tell you why I was bored. I was just bored. And this one is actually, in terms of like book versus movie adaptations, this was more like the movie than I think any of the book movies were for this series. I'm sorry I'm talking about the movies a lot about in this, guys, but like I don't have like any other things to like compare it to. But the book as a whole was amazing. The to see there's a part in this that was in the movie. I'm trying to remember what part that was, but that part, and I can't believe that I do not remember what that part was really good. I don't remember. Maybe I can like flip through it and see. But like, yeah, it was, no, that's not it. But, I don't remember. Sorry, guys. But but everything else in it was like, I can like, I read this, and like, it was like the movie actually like replaying in my head while I was reading, and I love that. This is what good adaptations do. Anyway, yeah, 5 out of 5. Wish I could give it a 6 out of 6, but it's a 5 out of 5 star rating. I did tell you what I liked about this, right? It's just like a good story, obviously a good ending, a good completion of the whole series as a whole. Not bad as a movie adaptation like its predecessor. Alright, we did that. Goodbye, Deathly Hallows. Next, this one I actually don't remember when I picked it up, but I remember reading it at Barnes and Nobles because I loved it so much, and I actually got the hardback version from Book Outlet because I gave the paper back to my nieces and they destroyed it. So I was like, my favorite book, but I found a hardback for cheap, and that is Victoria by Daisy Goodwin. I love this book. I love the series. It's so good, and the fact that Daisy Goodwin also wrote for the series. This is actually like TV adaptation of the book. I love it. And like look at the deckled edges. Those deckled edges. I love them. I love this whole thing. The story is about Queen Victoria, and her life until she meets Albert. She doesn't marry him. Spoiler. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, there's gonna be like a few like spoilers as much as I know of, much as I know. I'll try not to spoil it like completely, but it doesn't go to like her death or when Albert dies. I'm not sure why it doesn't do that. Why she didn't do that? Because I thought that is what was going to happen. Excuse me. Excuse me. But it wasn't. But I'm happy with the end result. Anyway, Victoria as this like really short queen with a lot of power and like stubbornness. I love queens that are stubborn. I don't know why. I just do. But that light. But yeah, I love this book. This is a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book. Which one did I read first? I'm doing this in my chronological order of when I read them, but because I don't remember the books that I actually did finish reading, alright, I think I know which book I read first. Alright, the next one is The Lady of the English by Elizabeth Chadwick. This is about Empress Matilda of England and Bulgaria? Germany. Of Germany. England and Germany. But she has the claim to the English throne, but her cousin, this is like historically accurate. This is a historical fiction, as was Victoria. Her Matilda's cousin Stephen usurped England in 1125. 1125 is when it started. He probably usurped it around like 1130 something. 1130 35 or something like that. This is like and yeah, this is just her journey to get her throne back, which was actually real. And I like this book. I didn't love it. The reason why I didn't love it was because it's thick for no reason. It's okay. It's not thick for no reason. So this book, it starts off with Matilda, but then her stepmother, forgot her name. Stepmother, I forgot her name. I think it was like Anne or something. It was something. Maybe it was Elizabeth. Not sure. And then it's like a dual POV between those two, between Matilda and her stepmother. What is her name? What is her name? That is a question. What is her name? Adeliza. That's not a true old name that I thought it was. So yeah, Matilda and Adeliza and their dual point of view throughout this whole book. The reason why I didn't like that was because I know a lot of like Tudor history and like a little bit before, like around her time, but I don't remember reading upon Adeliza. I don't know if she's historically accurate or not, but going into historical fiction, you don't really go in there for the accuracy. But because I didn't know, and because I didn't really think of researching that, I didn't have a connection with reading her like I did with Matilda, because I kind of knew her story a little bit. At least I know that she she's long gone now, was the mother of Henry the fifth, fourth, one of those two, the second, one of the long ago Henrys before Henry the seventh. And yeah, this is a, what did I rate it? That like, what did I rate it? What did I rate it? I think I rated it as a 4 out of 5. So that's what it is, 4 out of 5. I don't remember doing a review on that. I don't think I did, but I will in the future if you guys want me to. The next is the 2 out of 3 Avatar comics. I love these. I cannot find the third one anywhere. If you guys know where I can get the third one, please tell me. I want to know. And hopefully it's cheap. But I love this. I read this in like 25 minutes for each, which, to be honest, like, you can even get through, I think it was 25 minutes, because I was reading it on the bus, and I get distracted on the bus. But like, it's really short, guys. It's like a really short comic, and look at that, look at that. Better than the live action movie by far. It's like, oh, I love both of these. These were obviously a 5 out of 5, and they are amazing books, guys. You should get them. Next, this book, Catherine. Ooh, is that a bent page? No, it's not. Thank God. I want to kill this light. Catherine of Aragon, The True Queen by Alison Weir. I love this book. This is a 5 out of 5. This is about Catherine of Aragon before she marries King Henry VIII, when she is betrothed to Prince Arthur. Then his death, and then she married, and then there's a whole like in between space between Arthur's death and her marriage to Henry, who, when she marries Henry, I think he's about like 13 or 12, and she's like 25, and it makes me laugh so much, and I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it does. If you guys kind of like dig through my mind as I'm like talking about why that makes me laugh, please leave it in the comments. But anyway, yeah, and then it goes from her marriage to Henry all the way to her death, which is amazing. Like, she fights. She was a warrior. She's about 300 years dead now. She was a real warrior, and in this book, she is a true warrior and queen. I love Catherine so much. Sorry, guys, I thought I saw something crawl. I love Catherine as a historical figure so much, but I love this book even more. I love it. Alright, so a 5 out of 5. Then, the next book is The Hidden King by E.G. Radcliffe. This is actually my first self-published book that I ever read, and I actually met the author, and I did an interview with her on my blogger page. Julianna Goodwin writes stuff / blogger. And this book is a 4 out of 5. The reason why I say it's a 4 and out of 5 out of 5 is because I did find some typos in there that I didn't really want to I didn't put that in there anywhere. But like the problem is that I don't know if they're actually typos or if they are intentional, because there are some, it's based on Celtic spelling, not spelling, yeah, Celtic culture, and so I don't know if the typos, if those are typos, or if they're just how she spelled it for plot reasons. But anyway, but besides that, besides the fact that funny enough, because I write fantasy, I write political fantasy. Funny enough, I'm not into like magic fantasy, even though this kind of started on me like trying to figure out like what are some like non typical magic fantasy realism, magical realism books. This started that, and I still haven't found any. So again, guys, recommendations, please. And because I didn't actually, but because I don't read fantasy, like magical fantasy all that much, I loved the premise, but I didn't really know like the magical aspect of it was going to be in the book, because I didn't read that closely. That was my fault, but I ended up loving it anyway. This is a good story. The story, however, the story is about this guy, Aid, and he escapes this town called the Maze, which is like totally like Hunger Games style, like disaster, and he leaves with his orphaned ward slash little brother slash son, whatever you want to call him. I think that he's his son. And they leave to this place called the White City. It's just like it's like divided by a wall, like a cave, and so like they don't really know much about the towns. So they go to the White City, and then chaos ensues because Aid uses magic, and he's from the Maze. He's not from the White City. So yeah, and that all happens because of a death that happens. I won't say who died because that's a spoiler, but someone does die, but that death is like so heart-wrenching. But anyway, 4 to 5. The author is amazing. This book is amazing. I can't wait for the sequel that's coming out in 2020, the spring of 2020, so soon. Cannot wait. Next, last one. This one is actually kind of a cheat, because I started this book the last week of December, but then I finished it in 2020. But I'm gonna count it anyway because I started it in 2019. That is Anne Boleyn, A King's Obsession by Alison Weir. It's me. This is a 3 out of 5. I think it's like the lowest as of right now. The lowest that I've given a book. It's not that this book was terrible. It wasn't terrible. Sorry, a message popped up. It wasn't terrible. The reason why I don't like this book, I like it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I like it. It's fine. The reason why I think it's fine and not like great like Catherine, it's because, well, that's funny though. You will think it's funny if you know the connotation between between the actual two historical figures. Connotation, did I use that word correctly? Anyway, the reason why I don't like this book, I do like this book, right? The reason why I think it's fine is because there are a lot of historical myths that were put around Anne after her death. And this book uses those myths as a plot point or like a character flaw. I hate this light so much. Or like a character flaw. And I don't like it when historical fiction books do that, because you're giving the impression to a reader who doesn't know anything about the story that, okay, yeah, these things, like she has like an extra finger, which we all know is false. You're giving that to a reader that doesn't know anything about it and says it's true. Now, I understand, I know, and then this is why I love historical fiction, is that historical fiction is not about the accuracy. However, it then becomes a part of the accuracy when you use myths for plot point, for character flaws, because then you're making a reader think or question, did this really happen? Did she actually have like an extra finger? Was that true? Was that real? Is that false? Like you're making a reader think. Yeah, yes, you're making a reader want to like research the person behind the book. However, you're also creating this like bubble of misinformation about this real person, and I hate that, especially in Alison Weir's case, where she is a biographer and a historical fiction writer. So she knows the difference. She knows the truth, and she knows what's false. And yet she's still incorporating it because of creative licenses. When she knows better, she has to know better, because I've never read a Alison Weir biography, so I don't know if she actually put this stuff in her biography, even if it's like to gaslight or even just like falsify the myths. But when you are using myths for historical fiction, I just don't think that's cool. So anyway, that's my whole like TED talk. That's why I gave this book a 3 out of 4. Besides that, what's this book actually about? This is about Anne Boleyn. And at the start of the book, she's like 6 or 8, and from her being 6 years old to her death, I think she's like 30 something. She's like 34, 32. That's her whole life. This is about her whole life in a historical fiction aspect. And what I really liked about this, because I said what I hated, I don't like about it. What I did like about it was her connection to Elizabeth, because we don't actually get that. For Anne, this is going to be a spoiler, because I don't want to talk about it, because even though you know what, no, I'm not going to talk about that, because I'm going to do my own little review on this book anyway, so I'm not going to talk about that. So sorry if I just like hyped you guys up. Anyway, yeah, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Goodbye. And guys, that was all of the books that I read in 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment below if you guys want to see more content and more things like this. I'm actually having a book haul in a few days, hopefully, so my true Porky Pig just came out, so hopefully I'll be able, this darn light, I'm gonna try to fix that light, so hopefully my book haul will actually come in on the right day, and I could do that. I'm also going to be posting, I'm also going to be, like, doing more, like, book reviews, because I'm actually going to read a lot more than I probably did a while ago, because I stopped doing videos for a while. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Stay healthy, stay safe.